Stick it down.
Two. Cut. What, like low taper or? You want to keep it down low? You want some C cup or you want the C cup off? Take it off. Okay, so high taper here and then just kind of below the bottom wave in the back. Cool. Alright guys, so super cool experience. My man Walter in the video is actually from the town that I'm in and he lives 2 hours away. He saw my YouTube channel and he knew he wanted me to cut his hair. He actually cut his dreads off 3 months ago and started wolfing. So this is a 3-month wolf. I wasn't sure what was going to be up under the do-rag, but you guys will see. He is spinning. But I realized before I started cutting his hair, I've actually never cut 360 waves. So thank goodness for my man Beam and all the videos I've watched over the years of him cutting waves. I felt like I was ready to tackle this. But enough about that, guys. Let's get into the video and see what we can make happen. Alright guys, so we got it combed out following the wave pattern, guys, in the spiral, the 360 waves. We did a 2.5 or a 2 open on the crown area to leave it long. Now we're going to come in with a 2 all the way closed and cut it all the way down. We're just going to work in one area and cut that down until it's nice and consistent. We'll continue to do that all the way around the head until the whole head is cut down to that 2 closed. Then we can come in and start our taper. For the taper, we will do the same exact steps that you guys see me do in any haircut video. We're going to start out with the Slimline Pros at the bottom for the bald guideline. I'm going to go ahead and punch that guideline in, go ahead and bald out, and then we will come in with our shaver and get it down to skin before we start our next step. After the shaver, our next step will be the lever all the way open. You guys can see I'm going up about a 1/2 inch. I'm going to make this pretty small, short guidelines. I want to make sure I can maintain as much wave as possible and also just be very safe. We're going to go little by little, and once we work our way up, we can work our way back down and we can adjust this as we need. So we did our lever all the way open. Now at the bottom of the section, the clipper is all the way closed, and above that, in the middle of the section, we'll do the clipper halfway open. Next up, we will do a 1 guard all the way open, and again, we're going to go up another 1/2 inch. You guys see we're going to make our guideline, then we can work that line out from the bottom. I believe I am going to go ahead and connect everything to the waves next. So we're going to go in with a number 2 all the way closed, and we're going to flick into those waves. Now guys, he has so much bulk, so much hair here. After the number 2, just to clean it up a little bit, I'm going to come in with a number 3 closed. We're just going to hit that very top wave just to connect everything together. Then we'll continue to work our way down and make everything blend nice and smooth. So we did the 2 closed. Now right below that, we will come in with a 1.5 halfway open. That is the sweet spot on the 1.5. And you guys can see this coming together. We're just going to work our way down until we take that last line out. So the 1.5 half open. Then we'll work our way down to the 1, the half, and open clipper if we need. Now you guys pay attention, the hair is growing down and to the right towards his ear. So you guys see I'm having to move my clipper against that direction. So we're going up and to the left, and that is going to help cut that hair. We got to go against the grain. So now we're down to our half guard, guys. It is halfway open, and we're going to take out this last hint of a line that's left in this section. Now that we've worked through all of our steps, I'm just going to go back in and clean up any dark spots that I see. You guys see every time I cut with a clipper, I do brush the hair back down. That hair wants to lay up where it is pushed with the clipper. So it's very important that you brush that back down before you move on. Now we're just going to blend the beard in real quick. We're going to do a 1.5 with the grain on the top of the beard. Then we'll flip it over, 1.5, 1 open, 1 closed, clipper open, halfway open, and clipper closed at the top. And you guys see that is a quick, easy transition on the top of the beard. Now we're moving on to the back taper, guys. Same exact steps as we did on the sides. You guys see there's a little bit of kind of rough hair, some bulk underneath the occipital where the do-rag sits. We're going to tackle that a couple different ways. We will go with the grain, and we will also go against the grain. I'm going to cut that down a couple different times. Right now we're going to set our bald guideline, go ahead and bald everything out, and then we can start our first step. Now again, our first step will be the lever all the way open. We're gonna go up about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. You guys are gonna see there's too much hair for me to deal with, so we're gonna go ahead and take our one guard open and go with the grain, and we're gonna cut some of this bulk down just to get it out of the way so I have a little bit easier time setting that guideline. Now you see we'll come in, we will make our guideline nice and clean, then we can start to work the line out from the bottom. So same as the side taper guys, clipper closed at the bottom of the section, halfway open, halfway into the section, and open at the top is how we set it. Now for some reason right now I went ahead and grabbed the 2 guard, I guess just to get some of this bulk out of the way before we continued on. But after we get this 2, cleaning up some of this bulk, we're gonna go ahead and work on that bottom section and then we'll move up. Now again, pay attention, the hair is growing down and to the left, so the clipper is moving up and to the right, so we cut against the grain and we can cut that hair down and get a nice smooth blend. Now previously we used the number 2 close, so I'm going to go ahead and jump to my 1.5. I'm going to go ahead and fade the rest of this down. That's going to help me maintain the waves, kind of keep the blend where I want it. So we're going to go to the 1.5, then we will go to the 1 open, 1 close, and last but not least the half guard to take the last line out, and then we will polish this section up before we move on. Now we're down to the 1 closed, and I want you guys to pay attention. Again, we are brushing the hair down after every few strokes. You guys know that hair wants to stay where it is. And also guys, again, the hair is growing down and to the left, so it's very important that we go up against that or it's not going to cut very well. Now last but not least guys, this is the 0 guard or the half guard. This is the gamma half guard. I chose this because the teeth are a little more spread out. It allows the hair to feed a little bit better. So normally this would be the green wall half guard, but like I said, I chose the gamma one. If you guys pay attention, the teeth are definitely spread out and it just works better on this texture of hair. Now we're back down to our open clipper guys, and we're just gonna finish polishing this thing up. If we need to jump around and grab any guards back out to clean anything up, we can. We're just gonna polish up the bottom of this and then we can move on to the lineup. We're gonna move on to the lineup. I want you guys to pay attention. The hair that is coming down, curling behind the ear, we're gonna treat it more or less like bangs, guys. That hair is overhanging. That's some of the wave that we couldn't cut when we were using our clipper. So we're not pushing it back. We are just going to the first area that we can get a nice sharp line, and then we're gonna cut our line right there. So we started with our straight line down the back of the neck, and now you guys know how to do it. Use your middle finger to place on their skin, and you can pivot the trimmer around and get a nice perfect circle around the ear. Now, especially when we're dealing with this texture and dealing with waves, every time we brush the hair, a few hairs are gonna come out and lay over the hairline. So we're just gonna go over this a few times, make sure we got it nice and sharp, and then we can move on. moving on to the front hairline, guys, he had a super tough front hairline. You can see where it starts at the front, in the middle, but on the corners he has a lot of growth. So we're gonna try to get this as sharp as possible while taking off as little hair as we can. So we're gonna work from middle over to each corner, get it sharp, then we can hit the vertical bars, then we'll use our razor in the end to make sure we have it as sharp as possible. Now we're gonna come in using our Tomb45 triple cartridge razor. Guys, you know I use it fully exposed. We're basically just gonna retrace the line that we established with our trimmers. We're gonna stretch the skin, pull the razor blade to the line, get it nice and sharp. We'll hit the vertical bar, and then we're gonna hit the top of his beard line too. He did ask last second if I would line his beard up, so I did not include all of that in the video. Honestly, guys, I ran out of time on this cut. It was just a regular 45-minute haircut. Never done 360 waves, and he asked me to do his beard, so you guys know I would have done enhancements and spent a little more time if I had it, but I think it turns out pretty good for the time that I had. Alright guys, there's my man Walt before, like I said, 3-month wolf. And there's the after, guys. Let me know what you think. First time I ever cut full 360 waves. I think it turned out pretty well. Like I said, if I had a little bit more time, I could have spent a little time on that hairline, some enhancements you guys already know. But leave me a comment, let me know what you think about the cut. Smash that thumbs up if you liked the video. Make sure you subscribe, guys. I got some dope tutorials and unboxings coming soon. And I'll catch you guys next time.